Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Qigong with the Levy Tai Chi School and myself, Lao Shi Paul Nettles. It is Thursday, December 3rd, and the more astute observers of you will notice that we are not outside. It is still raining since yesterday. And as I mentioned before, my front porch is pretty well covered now in Sansevieria and various succulents and so forth that need to be kept warm this winter. So things being what they are, we have moved inside temporarily. I do say temporarily. I don't mind layering up clothing to be outside, but it's just a little too wet outside right now to be out in the yard. So welcome to my den. I'm going to try shooting back here as a temporary studio. I realize that a lot of the more professional teachers have these beautiful places with very calm paint schemes and very serene prints of kanji on the wall and so on and so forth. So you guys get tan brick and a firefly t-shirt with some kanji on it, and that brings us back to what I was not thinking about talking about, but it's a good thing that they talk about. And I'm not going to harp on Spanx and YOLOs and all the expensive clothing and everything. This form can be played anywhere. Don't get bogged down in the idea that you have to have an ancient Chinese temple to practice on the grounds of. You don't need to go to the park to practice where people can see you, or you're surrounded by beautiful nature. You don't need to go in the backyard. You can be anywhere and practice this form. Early in my teaching, I had a friend who unfortunately moved off to beautiful Colorado for his job. I'm sorry, to Texas, to not very beautiful Texas. Anyway, he took some classes very early on, and I showed him Qigong. He has some cervical vertebrae issues, and we discussed. Let me close the door so the robot won't bother us. Working outside, I forget that he starts every morning at 8 a.m. and it's rather noisy. So anyway, this student of mine, early in my teaching career, I showed him the Qigong basics, and he enjoyed it a great deal. And he travels a great deal for his job. He flies and is in hotel rooms a lot. He does a job that requires a lot of air and travel time. And he told me he was practicing in the hotel bedroom, where his hotel room. And he said that he really loved the form because it didn't take a lot of space. He could stand at the foot of his bed, whatever hotel room he was in. There was always enough room at the foot of the bed. He could stand and do the entire form. And that really stuck with me, and it really tickled me that we have this wonderful compact form that can be done anywhere, but more so that he was simply taking advantage of where he was and how things were around him. He wasn't worried about, oh, I've got to go out into the courtyard to do this. I got to go out in the yard. I got to do it in the parking lot. I got to do it in the exercise room of the hotel. No, he was at the foot of his bed in a little hotel room somewhere, and wherever he was, every morning doing his form and getting some benefits from it for his neck and his cervical vertebrae issue. So I as well will work not to, but I want you to not get bogged down in the thought that you have to be somewhere special, that you have to be somewhere extra quiet, that you have to be somewhere that is perfectly controlled. It's nice, yes, don't get me wrong, and I love being outside. There is a marked, for me, benefit to playing my forms outside. Whether it's Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever I'm doing, I like being outside more than I like being in a building. And there are certainly benefits to being somewhere like the museum where it's extremely quiet and you can really focus, especially for beginners. But as you practice this thing, you will get to the point where you don't need to practice somewhere super quiet. Uh, you can practice in your den. You can practice with your animals. You can practice with your wife in the house, the kids in the house. It's not going to be the bother and the distraction it would be when you first started. There's a big difference between the beginner's mindset and the advanced practitioner as far as being distracted. And that's what we're learning. We're learning part of our mindfulness is to focus on the right now, focus on where we are rather than what's disturbing us, rather than, the dog getting into the pantry or something. So, and listen to me as well. This is certainly just as workable to me as it is anybody else. I can work here quite nicely. I don't need to be outside somewhere pretty. I don't need to be in the park or in an ancient tomb or some beautiful place like that. I can be anywhere. So can you. So, with the cleaning robot stopped and the dogs asleep and the rain outside and us inside, I think we'll have a nice quiet morning. But like I say, as you practice, as you learn this, don't feel that it's necessary to have somewhere super quiet. That being said, don't practice with your goats. Don't practice with livestock. Don't practice in places where you are really asking for trouble, because there's plenty of trouble to be had. Plenty of distractions out there to pull you away, I assure you. Real quick, Saturday is the class at Alexander Museum of Art, third floor gallery, masked and distanced. They are open Saturday, so we will be there for sure. Regardless of the rain, we'll have our nice quiet environment there. And then Sunday, depending on the weather, I'll be either inside or outside, but we will be doing the Qigong Foundations class, where we're going to discuss at some depth all of the specifics of the form, all the little nuances that you as an advanced practitioner should already know, but may not hurt to have a refresher. Refreshers are always nice to have. They remind us of things we've forgotten. They bring us back from training drift, and they're a good grounding, a good foundation return. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So that's Sunday, Saturday Museum. Today, the form in front of my tailgate back here. Let's begin, shall we? And I'm a little limited on depth here, so it may change the form a little bit in terms of what you can and cannot see in here. Excuse the mess, please. And as far as especially draw a bow, I won't be able to get back very deep to show you everything, but you know how to do this. So follow along with me. I'm going to move the camera just a little tiny bit. And then do that to it. That might help a little bit. All right. First south. Lifting the heavens. Breathe out. I am actually still feeling some of the effects of my back from yesterday, day before. So I will be modifying again very slightly today. Again, go to your comfort level. Don't worry about how far I'm getting around. This is about improving yourself, not matching me. So out to our shoulder width stance. Wise owl gate is backwards. Breathe out. Draw bow. breathe out. Stars fall to earth. Breathe in. And wags its tail. Breathe out. Mary, heavens and earth. Breathe in. Quan Ti sits on his throne. Breathe in. And stamp the earth. One more. All right. Certainly not my most mindful effort, not my best effort ever, but I'm proud of it. I got my form, I played it well, I did relax, got a little yawn there, didn't hurt my back anymore, feel a little more flexible, got a little more bend going. I'm proud of that. It doesn't take much. You don't need to be a rock star every single time. Chances are good you won't be. There's going to be good and bad days. Going to be days when you're stuck inside and the cat has to climb your leg several times because he's needy. And by the way, I have 4 kittens to rehome. If you want a kitten, Toby there is available. Very, very loving. We do what we can, as we can. If you can't walk, you crawl. If you can't crawl, you inch along by your fingers. It's okay. We improve. We keep going. We have good days and bad days. So don't forget, Saturday, Alexandria Museum of Art, 3rd floor. Sunday, here again for our basics class, our foundation class. Please continue to be safe. It is getting bad out there. The hospitals are filling back up again. The infection is rampant again. There are a lot of uncautious people out there. Please be careful. I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for our Friday class. Hopefully see you Saturday at the museum at 10:30. Until then, please, as always, stay safe and be well.